Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Game 2 of the doubleheader between Baruch College and the College of Staten Island. Apologies for the technical difficulties as we are now on air. Missed about 3 minutes, and CSI is leading thus far 6-2. It's been pretty much all CSI to start this thing off. Good on both. 8-2 lead for the Dolphins. George Smith Jr. working down his defender. Pass back to Sean Donnellan. Here's Bajrami. Floater, baseline, no good. Rebounded by Austin Mick. Handed back to Mick. Now to Destime. Working on Bajrami. Zeros at the top.
Work out. Good shot, Addy. Back. Point.
Latunji no good on that one, as Donovan will push it up for the Bearcats. Pass back to Ben Boateng. Giving to Bajrami. Bajrami looking for a cutting Boateng. Doesn't get the look they wanted. Richards rolls off a pick. Nice up and under layup there for Michael Richards. Coach Tibbs looking to slow down this CSI offense, which has been pretty explosive thus far.
Hey, stack field. Get out, Joe. Stack field. Joe, hurry up, let's go.
10 seconds remaining on the shot clock here for the Dolphins. Given out to Delahanty at the top. To Latunji, step back, knocks it down. Again, year in, year out, we've seen that combination of Latunji and Christian Taylor really be the dynamic duo for the Dolphins. Christian Taylor got to catch up with him before the game, recovering from hip labrum surgery. Same surgery that I just got, John.
Yes, first off, glad to be back. We just had a few things we had to take care of, but this men's basketball, last time we will see Staten Island here, as I'll explain in a minute with their reclassification to NCAA Division II. But the last few years, the Baruch Staten Island games, as we saw last year in the final, have been fantastic, and we expect another one tonight.
And Baruch able to force a turnover. Michael Richards blocked at the rim by Latunji, but a follow-up offensive rebound by Adnan Bajrami, able to finish there. We got ourselves a 4-point ball game. Latunji gives it to Delahanty. Hand off to Mick. Back to Destime. Destime makes a move in the lane. Contact, finishes. Destime, the junior guard out of Amityville, New York. Copiague High School on Long Island. Boateng hands it off to Richards. Back to Boateng. Looking for a three. A little bit of contact there. Goes baseline. Finds Donovan in the corner. Offside rim, no good. But pretty good look there for the Bearcats. Mick looking to work down Donovan. Top of the key. CSI sets a screen. Zeros in the corner. Good look there for CSI, just unable to convert that three ball. Coach Tibbs happy with that possession. Boateng looking at Bajrami. And let's see what the call is here. To call a foul on CSI. Not a shooting foul because Bajrami was a little too early into his drive. But Baruch will maintain possession underneath the the rim, and Jack Reese will inbound for the Bearcats. 13:26 remaining here in the first half. A few subs as well on both sides. Ryan Graziano and Jack Reese checking in. George Smith Jr. Nice look there from Jack Reese. A good finish there by the senior, George Smith Jr. Also, Christian Kopech and Andrew Cartalis checking in for the Dolphins. Bunch of subs on both sides. Nice move there by Bajrami. Stripped the ball, forced a turnover. There's Graziano in the corner, not quite the look he wanted. Boateng, straightaway look. Bajrami pulls up from three, knocks that down. An NBA three from the Houston, Texas native.
Shoots like the Rockets.
Yes, he does.
Long distance, like James Harden. Yeah, Adnan is quickly showing that he's one of the top players in this league, despite this being his first year in the league.
Speaking of that, Bajrami picks off yet another CSI errant pass. Coach Tibbs can't be too happy with that one. Let's see if the Bearcats can capitalize here. Reese will go to Boateng. Bajrami in the corner. Pulls up again. Knocks that one down. Adnan Bajrami forcing the CSI timeout and making his presence felt as the Bearcats regain the lead here, 14-12. We'll be back in a few moments. So we are back underway here at the Arc Arena. Real nice stretch for the Bearcats, specifically Adnan Bajrami, regaining what was a pretty sizable deficit early. Now the Bearcats are winning. Latunji at the top. He'll work down Bajrami. Cartalis giving a Kopech. Corner three, Latunji knocks that down. Again, time and time again, we've seen that threat out of Latunji. It's no surprise for Coach Alisi and his staff. An errant pass there by Adnan Bajrami, looking for Boateng, picked off by Destime, and CSI will get the ball back. They also have a lead now, 15-14. You're going to see a lot of lead changes here early. Destime working on Graziano. Now to Cartalis, picked off by Jack Reese. Ben Boateng trapped on the baseline, able to hand it off to Reese, and he'll push it up quickly. Boateng will trail. Pass to Bajrami. Bajrami looking to drive. Back up to Boateng. A little separation here for Graziano. Boateng settles with the charity stripe jumper. No good. And CSI will regain possession here with 10:56 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, it's been a very quick first 10 minutes, or first 9 at this point.
We side out here.
So, yeah, just to mention for all those that perhaps don't know, in the Baruch community, this will be the last year that Staten Island is in the CUNY Athletic Conference. They have decided to reclassify to NCAA Division II, so congratulations and best of luck. And basically this year they are playing a CUNYAC schedule, but none of the teams are eligible for the championship, so pretty much they're just playing a regular season schedule. Playing a schedule of combination of Division III and Division II as they make the progression to full Division II.
Yeah, so kind of a unique spot that most of the CSI athletic programs find themselves in. But definitely an opportunity to grow and to really bridge that transition between the Division III and Division II levels.
Yeah, and we talked about this during the women's broadcast. You know, they do, obviously, they're a very rural campus, unlike some of our CUNY schools like Baruch, and they have the facilities. A lot of times when I go out to Staten Island, whether it be for softball, baseball, or anything. I always find myself feeling like I'm more out in the suburbs, so to speak, as opposed to being in the city.
Straightaway 3-ball, Ben Boateng, no good. Rebounded by Michael Richards.
And with their facilities and, they built some dorms there, and they have the
They really have that infrastructure to make that move. So
they can be very competitive, if they get the borough of Staten Island behind them.
Yep, which I believe they already have.
Yeah, they do well.
Yeah.
Wagner has a lot of support on Staten Island. This will be very good for them.
So definitely an exciting future if you're a College of Staten Island fan or athlete.
Yeah, and I've read a lot about it, looking to raise the profile of the school, which you definitely do moving up a level.
Able to attract, like we mentioned in the earlier game, there's just different marketability when you're talking a Division II program.
Yeah, and there's going to be some growing pains, and there's going to be some really good times coming up. But you figure in about maybe 2 years, and I don't know how these things are, so I'm only guessing. Probably in 2 years they'll be probably top to bottom in many ways, especially with the talent Division II-wise. And they'll be competing with Queens College, which is another CUNY school that's always been Division II as far as I've known.
Yep.
So this is it's kind of strange, as I said in the first broadcast. Big block.
Big block there by Latunji. But, John, to your point, it's almost the end of an era because we've seen so many franchised storylines between the Baruch and College of Staten Island programs across several sports. And I can definitely speak towards the baseball aspect, year in and year out, CSI. And us being in the championship.
Yeah, it'll be very different come softball and baseball season the following year and not going to Staten Island.
Jack Reese will go to the rack, take it himself. Coach TJ Tibbs is going to call a timeout here as Baruch takes back the lead. And we'll be back in a few moments.
And as we're back here, another thing to also mention about tonight's game with the coaches, John Alisi and TJ Tibbs, it is suits and sneakers this week. The National Association of the Basketball Coaches of American Cancer Society teaming up to raise cancer awareness against that dreadful disease. And basically the coaches tonight, of course, they're still wearing their suits, but they're also wearing sneakers. And we had some announcements of it. We had a mention in the program. We're glad to be talking about it because cancer has taken away. I think everybody knows somebody that's unfortunately had somebody that has unfortunately passed with cancer. I know of 2 people here at the Baruch community that unfortunately passed away with cancer.
Yeah, definitely a nice cause that they're doing across college basketball to raise that awareness. Baruch will inbound on their baseline. Again, holding on to a 1-point lead. And, John, we've seen a ton of lead changes early. And we can pretty much expect that to keep going on unless somebody goes on a really big run and creates some separation. So Donovan will take it up for the Bearcats.
Yeah, he's done a terrific job this year. He looks like a junior or a senior out there, and he's just a freshman. And he's really been controlling the game pretty well.
Yeah, really good court presence, especially from that point guard position. You've seen a lot of mature play, too, out of Emil Purisic, who just went to the rack.
Yeah, Emil has got a great future. Tall player for our league. Could score, not really scared. Doesn't act like a freshman.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of things you could say. This team turned over a lot from last year.
Yeah, it's a lot of turnover, but you can see how this team's still going to be very competitive within the CUNYAC conference and potentially beyond right away.
Yeah, I mean, the turnover between this year and last year reminds me of about 7-8 years ago when we had Kunkel, Tamara Fried, an assistant, Sean Loftus, Lionel Hilaire, and when those group of players graduated, it took a while to kind of catch up.
Yep. And we, for all intents and purposes, we graduated our starting 5 last year.
Yeah.
So, to your point, definitely big turnover, but it seems like this year's roster has been up to the task.
Yeah, they're having a good year. You got to remember 9-6, playing always pretty good non-conference schedule. But at this time of the year, it's really about CUNYAC, you know, and trying to get to finish top 2 in CUNY to try to be in the position in the semifinals to host that home game. And,
yeah, that's very big.
ever since they went to that format starting last year when we beat Brooklyn here, I think it just shows you that finishing top 2 is a major, major goal.
Definitely.
And finishing top 4 at the minimum gets you your first home game in the playoffs.
So nice move there by Desteem. Able to create the lane himself. A nice couple moves there. Donovan taking it back for the Bearcats here. Looking for a cutting Bajrami going baseline. Tangled up with Mick. And let's see, this one's going to stay with Baruch. A little bit of a wrestling match there on the floor. Actually, correction, this one's going back to Staten Island. Looked like Mick was able to throw it off Bajrami to force the out of bounds.
Tibbs, the head coach of Staten Island, of course, spent some time here at Baruch as an assistant coach under John Alisi. And then he went over to Mount St. Vincent's to take over mid-season in a transition period, and then eventually got hired at Staten Island. And he's done a heck of a job, and now he's there at the right place at the right time now with the, moving up to Division II, which is the dream of a lot of coaches to move up.
Definitely. Jamil Fair checking in for Baruch. CSI going to Mick in the backcourt.
Bearcats need to play their game. They're going to need 3 or 4 guys to score in double figures and have to grab some rebounds.
And Mick really just kind of blew by Donovan there. Donovan had to commit a late foul. Fortunately, that one didn't go in, but that'll send Mick to the line to shoot 2. Good on the first.
Yeah, and again, I'm not really entirely sure the difference between last year and this year, but I'm also seeing some new faces with Staten Island as well, as they,
For sure.
Talk about our team and how many faces we changed.
Again, to not have Christian Taylor in the middle of that offense and on both sides of the ball is it's got to be a tough challenge for Coach T.J. Tibbs, but CSI hanging in there.
Well, I don't miss him. He's a good player,
yes,
so I don't miss
him. As a Baruch. Yeah,
not the biggest compliment you could pay someone.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely caused a lot of chaos for Baruch. Garnered a few CUNYAC Player of the Year as an underclassman, I believe. So, hoping for a speedy recovery for Christian Taylor. Come back out as a redshirt senior and make an impact for this newly Division II Dolphins roster. Bajrami knocks him down. Baruch defense causing some problems for CSI. Having to settle for pretty poor look there by Desteem. CSI bench not too happy with that. And John, this is definitely one of the biggest challenges this Baruch team has seen throughout the course of this year.
Yeah, things don't get easy for them. We got a makeup game. Well, we got CCNY on Friday, so back to conference action. Then we got a makeup game here on Monday against Worcester State. And then that following Saturday is the really big doubleheader, both on the men's and women's. And that's the game at John Jay. That's a real big one.
Yeah. So Donovan will go to George Smith Jr. And they're going to call it travel, which Baruch bench is not happy with. Nor am I, quite frankly. But CSI will regain possession. They're holding on to a 1-point lead. 5:47 remaining here in the first half. Here's Latunji working down Bajrami. Coach Alisi calling out the Bearcat offense. Donovan hands off to Richards. Back to Bajrami. Donovan sets a screen. Richards now in the corner. Back to Donovan. George Smith Jr. now at the top. Back to Richards. Richards driving now.
Nice little chip shot.
Yeah, able to back down his defender. Just lay that one up. Floats it in as the Bearcats regain the lead.
Good. Homer, good. We go.
Close game early on.
Yeah.
Go to Z. Go to Z. Come on, Drew.
This teammate working down fair. Back out to Latunji.
Bearcats not letting them shoot.
And pretty crazy sequence there as Bajrami was able to knock the ball out of Latunji's hands. He recovered it in midair and was able to finish on the layup. Here's Michael Richards, NBA three, in and out. Again, a wide open look. You're probably going to take that. Not exactly the primary option you want taking that, but Richards knew he had enough separation to put up a three.
Good. Right there. Stay there.
CSI offense slowing it down here. 13 seconds left on the shot.
Go. Let's go. Go, go, go.
Latunji coming up high. Back out to Destime. 3-point look. No good. Front rim. Rebound Richards. Donovan will push it past the timeline. Backing down his defender. Here's George Smith Jr. Back to Bajrami. Bajrami three ball. Straight away. No good. Smith Jr.
Nice hustle.
Hustle offensive board there. Jamel Fair pump fake. Floats it over. Knocks it down. Count the basket for the freshman Jamel Fair as he has the opportunity to make this a 3-point play. And not to keep repeating myself, John, but yet another lead change here early on.
Yeah, I think when we see the halftime box, we're going to probably see it saying that there was lead changes like 7 or 8 times.
And Jamel Fair connects on the free throw. So 3-point play there for the freshman as Ben Boateng replaces him. Bearcats now leading 23-21, 3:44 remaining.
Staten Island going to run the Tom Brady play.
And they're going to call a walk on Destime. Christian Kopech checking back in for the Dolphins. Jack Reese will take it up. Bajrami no good on that jumper. Here's short free ball in the corner, no good by Cartalis. Pretty optimal look there, just a little too short on that shot. Richards backing down his defender, looking for an open man. He'll go to Bajrami. Back to Boateng. Boateng driving. Smith Jr. in the paint. Unable to finish over Delahanty, and CSI will get the ball back.
We're good, right there. Yes. Os, Fizz. Cope, you ready? Step in. Yo, he's got to stop flopping. All he does is flop.
Mick backing down Reese. Long three ball for Latunji, no good. Rebounded Bajrami. Reese will push it up quickly. Giving out to Smith Jr. Richards driving baseline. But not before he's blocked by Adiola Latunji. Double sub here for the Bearcats as Ryan Graziano and Emil Purisic will check in for Smith Jr. and Michael Richards. Bearcats still holding on to that 2-point lead. Sure, they're going to try to get Ryan Graziano looking, who I don't believe has a shot attempt through this point in the first half. Reese will go back to Boateng. Swings it out, picked off by Cartalis. Able to take it the length of the court himself off the steal, and we got a tie ball game here, 23-all. 1:30 remaining here in the first half. Back to Bajrami. Bajrami hands off to Boateng. Boateng backing down mix. Smothered by Delahanty, who took some contact straight to the jaw there.
Yeah, so now it looks like they're going to referee has
They're going to
sent
talk
both
this call
teams.
over, yeah.
Yeah, I recognize this ref. No nonsense. All business. So let's see what's going to happen here. They're talking about an elbow to the face, and maybe they're discussing whether or not they thought that was by any chance flagrant or if it was an accident. But it does seem like Staten Island's big guy is really kind of struggling there in the face. Let's see what happens here. So they're going to call the coaches now.
So the foul's going to go on Delahanty of CSI.
Yeah, so foul on.
So Ben Boateng will go to the line and shoot two. And, of course, CSI is no stranger to Ben Boateng, who knocked down the game-winning shot with maybe 1 or 2 seconds left in the CUNYAC championship to win it for the Bearcats last year.
That thing on Twitter, the tweet that went out by somebody who recorded off the broadcast, got over 1 million views.
Yeah, and I believe Barstool Sports picked it up.
Yeah.
Because Coach Alisi drew up what was reminiscent of almost a football 4 verticals play.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you in a minute who else picked it up and only had it up for like 10 minutes and then took it down because I think the quality wasn't good. But House of Highlights even had it on Instagram.
Yeah.
After like 10 minutes, they took it down, and no matter how many times we emailed them, they just never responded.
But again, one of the most famous plays now in Baruch basketball history was that final jumper by Ben Boateng to win the 2019 CUNYAC championship over CSI.
Yeah, and the way they did it too.
Yeah.
I actually saw a play like that just happen in basketball on television.
Well, it looks like everyone seems to be taking notes from Baruch then, if that's the case, because it's able to go viral and give the school some nice publicity.
Yeah, I think it was, I'm trying to remember, I think it was Northern Kentucky that tried it first. I'm trying to remember the story.
Yeah, you're right, John. It was Northern Kentucky, and then I believe Coach Alisi was made aware of it by Andre Harris. And then they drew it up with only seconds left there in the championship tie game, and Baruch was able to win it. Step back, 3-ball from Austin Mick, and that one is good.
Bearcats lucky there wasn't a foul called because the player got his hand on it.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there.
And here we have another lead change.
Once again, Boateng going baseline. Purisic into a lot of contact, and he's stuffed there at the rim. Mick pushing it up quickly. Turns it over.
Too quickly.
12 seconds remaining here. Baruch's going to have to speed it up.
Yeah, Bearcats are going to go for the last shot.
Here's Jack Reese, the scoop layup, no good. And that should just about do it, as after 1 half of play, CSI Dolphins leading your Baruch Bearcats 26-25. But a lot of close basketball here in the first half, and we're definitely in for a good second half.
Yeah, it was really a good first half. A lot of lead changes, we've said. Good baskets, some key threes, and a lot of high energy, especially from the Staten Island bench. And so this is bode well for what I think will be a very good second half.
In New York City, there is a place for people that want to be a part of something bigger than themselves, where if you work hard, the possibilities are endless. A place to learn, train, and play. In that order, the City University of New York Athletic Conference. This is where it all comes together. Find your people, be a part of a team, and don't just play the game, change the game. Champions aren't born, they're built. The City University of New York. Be exceptional.
That you could do video back then.
So we are back underway here in the second half. Really good first half between CSI and Baruch. Knotted up.
Yeah, there's going to be usually second halves, a lot more scoring.
There's Michael Richards backing down Latunji.
Oh, nice.
Very nice move there, just continuing to pivot until he found a little bit of separation, able to lay it in and once again regain that lead for the Bearcats, John. So series of handoffs on top of the Bearcat logo. Delahanty looking for a screen. Mick drives it into the corner. Blocked by Ben Boateng. Bearcats looking to capitalize here on that. Donovan taking it up. Dished out to Bajrami. Smith Jr. down in the paint. Step back, jumper. Offside rim, offensive rebound, Ben Boateng got a fresh 20. Here's Richards driving. Boateng to Donnellan off the screen. Feeding Boateng now in the paint. Might have had a look there, but got a little overzealous, looking for a pass for George Smith Jr. And that one just wasn't able to be corralled as CSI will regain possession. So Delahanty looking for his man down low, who's ultimately fouled.
Yeah, they ran a play.
Joe Zyrus. Foul's going to be on Ben Boateng. And this one's going to stay with CSI. Here's Zyrus, wide open three, knocks that down. CSI will regain possession. Regain the lead.
Yeah.
Baruch will have possession. 29-27. Smith Jr. to Richards. Richards driving hard. Dish back out to Smith Jr. Bajrami going to the rack now. Floats it off glass. Boateng tied up with Delahanty. That's going to stay with Baruch. And yeah, pretty easy foul to spot from over here. As you saw Ben Boateng really tied up at the arm with James Delahanty down low. Both 6'6" seniors in Boateng and Delahanty, so nice matchup down low. There's Bajrami to Smith Jr. off glass, and it's good. That's exactly where you want Smith Jr. there. Austin Mick now taking it past the timeline for the Dolphins. Tied 29 all here as it's stripped by Sean Donnellan. He's going up. Layup off glass, and that is good. Coach TJ Tibbs will call a timeout and try to slow down the Bearcats' offense here as they now lead 31-29. Full timeout, so we'll be back in a minute. So we are back underway here in the second half. 7:40 remaining between Baruch and the College of Staten Island. Again, this is a unique matchup in the sense that Staten Island is now not competing for CUNYAC standings as they're reclassifying to Division II. But nonetheless, you still see a lot of intensity out of both sides and really haven't skipped a beat in terms of the rivalry.
Yeah, no, the coaches know each other well. Some of these players know each other well.
Yeah, two really well-coached teams, well-prepared teams, so it's always going to make for a good basketball game, a good 40 minutes. Delahanty was looking for an option down low before he could find Zyrus. Someone on Baruch committed a foul. So this one's going to stay with CSI. Desteem looking for somebody to inbound it to. He's going to find Delahanty in the corner. Smith Jr. giving some good defense. And this one's staying with CSI. Ball somehow kind of got knocked out of bounds. Another inbound to Delahanty. A lot of hard contact there. Boateng looking for a block, and instead he's going to get rung up with a foul, and that will bring Adio Latunji to the line. He's going to shoot two. Good on the first. And Latunji knocks down the second to tie it all.
Yeah, another tie.
31-31. Ben Boateng now beyond the perimeter. Hands it off to Donnellan. Here's Michael Richards.
Blocked.
Blocked by Joseph Zyrus as Latunji takes it the length of the floor.
Yeah, he walked.
And they're going to call a walk there on Latunji.
Yeah, he had four players waiting for him, and he just kind of slid his feet.
That'll bring back in Emil Purisic for Ben Boateng. Sean Donovan will take it past the timeline for Baruch. Giving to George Smith Jr. Handoff for Richards. Richards looks to drive. Smith Jr. now going baseline on Delahanty. Looking for Emil Purisic with a baseline pass. Knocked out of bounds by Zyrus. And this one will stay with the Bearcats. Donovan set to inbound. He goes to the top of the key for Purisic. Wide open look, and he knocks that down. Emil Purisic. CSI almost looked like they underestimated him a little bit there.
Yeah.
Giving him that much separation, and he's able to knock down the easy three-point bucket.
Yeah, they're trying to run that play again where he kind of makes that quick pass inside, but second time that he's tried to do that, but the Bearcats have defended it.
Yeah, it looks like Baruch picking up on that. A lot of the offense running through Delahanty. Whether it be screens or quick passes, like you said, John. Here's Zyrus. Three ball. Off front rim. Corralled by Bajrami. Pushed up quickly by Donnellan. He finds Smith Jr. to go to Bajrami. Here's a screen on Latunji. Bajrami's going to feed Smith Jr. on the inside. Michael Richards. Three ball. Offside rim, no good. Picked up by the Dolphins.
Low scoring game, only 3 points.
Yeah, very low scoring game here. George Smith Jr. doing a nice job of help defense there. Zyrus looking to back down Purisic. Thought he traveled the first time, no call, but then gets rung up for it on the second. So that will get the Bearcats the ball back. Look to make this a two-possession game as they lead 34-31. Just over 15 minutes remaining here in the game.
Bearcats got to take advantage of that.
Here's Richards going baseline for Smith Jr. Wide open look for Sean Donovan. Can he knock it down? In and out. In and out. But quality look there for Coach Alisi's offense. So now CSI is slowing it up. Here's Desteem rolling off a screen from Delahanty. Austin Mick.
Yeah, that didn't have any arc.
Here's Michael Richards. Corrals a loose ball. Adnan Bajrami. NBA 3, no good, but this one's going to stay with Baruch. CSI bench not too thrilled with that call. This will bring back in Ryan Graziano. And that's going to be a timeout called by Coach John Alisi. It is a 30-second timeout, so we'll be back in a few moments. Please stay with us. The Bearcats will inbound it. Donovan goes to Smith Jr. Back to Donovan. Kiersick now at the top. Rolling off a screen from Graziano. Graziano looking to get himself going here tonight.
In and out.
In and out, but corralled by George Smith Jr. Caught by Bajrami before it went into the stands. Really quality possession here by the Bearcats. Just a lot of effort. Spin move by Bajrami. Chucks it up, and he's fouled. Almost got that one to go, which was even that much more impressive.
Yeah, he was kind of spinning, and he threw it backwards, with his back toward the basket.
That would have been another candidate for SportsCenter top 10 play.
I think so. We already had one last year.
Ryler Page.
I'd like to keep the streak going.
Yep, who's now the assistant coach of the Bearcats. But yeah, gotta find our way onto ESPN somehow, John.
Yeah.
Nobody should get a foul that shoots a 360 layup. No way he bailed himself out for that.
Number 14, Christian Coleman, plays number 42.
Bearcats now lead 35-31. CSI bench really not happy about that call and what they described to be an unnecessary foul call on a 360 layup. But nonetheless, the Bearcats took advantage of it there, and they're looking to make a stop here. And they're going to call it out of bounds on Kopech there.
Yeah, the turnovers are starting to pile up for Staten Island, and that bodes well for the Bearcats when they have a 5-point lead, but now they got a chance to make it as much as a 3-possession game.
Yeah.
This could be the turning point of the game. I mean,
yeah, let's see if Baruch can really get one of those runs going here. Donovan looking for a shot, decides to dribble instead. Someone trying to get open here. Graziano looking to drive. Took a tough dribble off somebody's foot. Adio Latunji doing what he does. Able to knock down that layup in transition. And that's going to be a timeout with Coach TJ Tibbs. It's going to be a full timeout. So we'll be back in a minute. So we are back live here. 13-14 remaining here in the second half. Baruch holding on to a 3-point lead. Looking to expand upon it a little bit. Now Alston Mick looked like what was going to be a strip and a full court layup. Instead gets called with a foul. Both teams have 3 fouls apiece. Now Smith Jr. at the top. Handoff to Graziano. Bajrami dishes it back to Donnellan. Donnellan driving. Smith Jr. pump fake. Graziano creating a little separation. Straightaway 3, knocks it down. Ryan Graziano, the junior transfer out of Comac, New York.
Ryan always has good second halves.
And we mentioned a few other broadcasts as well. No good on that one. No good on the second attempt, but you see Graziano almost taking over that Billy Sixsmith role as far as that 3-point specialist. Sean Donnellan going hard to the rim, he's fouled. But again, to have that quality 3-point shooter that you can lean on in a tight game or to chip away at a big deficit is huge for any team. And it's not just Graziano as well, because you have Bajrami who can knock down the 3. Donnellan, even Ben Boateng.
Look at Staten Island, all 5 players have their hands up.
Andrew Cartalis checking back in for CSI.
I haven't seen that since grammar school. It's many years. I don't know.
Donnellan rattles around and good on the second. So Baruch creating a little bit of separation here. Stringing together some quality possessions and able to finish. So a couple more defensive stops and offensive conversions, and they should be looking pretty good. Latunji looking to go baseline. Full court pass, but they're going to say Desteem stepped out of bounds. So this one will go back to the Bearcats. Then you can see the frustration on the bench of CSI.
Yeah, this is big. Bearcats can build their biggest lead of the game and go up double digits.
So Graziano feeds Bajrami inside. Up and over. Count the basket for Adnan Bajrami. Sorry, just wanted to verify the call there. And now he has the and-one opportunity as the Bearcats hold a 10-point lead, could be 11. And Bajrami good on the 3-point play. Bearcats now coming with the press. Able to dribble out of that one. But again, Reese and Smith Jr. applying a lot of pressure. Latunji going baseline. Blocked by Smith Jr. Bajrami kind of lost the ball, trying to push it up. And that one's going to Baruch. Let's see. Correction now. The other ref came in and said it got deflected by Baruch, and it's going to stay with CSI. But that was a pretty crazy sequence there when you're talking nearly 5 defenders on Adio Latunji.
Yeah, the Bearcats, they were all over him. Bearcats have clearly been, after all these lead changes and ties, the better team.
And Latunji's fouled by Bajrami. Latunji good on the first.
That ends a bit of a run for the Bearcats, who had about 7 or 8 points in a row.
So Reese will come back to get the ball and take it up for Baruch. Smith Jr. dished out to Reese. Pump fake. Rolling off a Smith Jr. screen. Tipped. Kept alive by the Bearcats. Here's Piersek driving. He's going to the rack. Lays it up. And it is good. Emil Piersek with a nice look there. Good ball movement by Baruch. Kopeck going to the rack. And they're going to say the foul was committed pretty early into Kopeck's drive, so no continuation there.
11-11.
And an 11-point deficit as Chris Velasquez inbounds for CSI. It's covered by Jack Reese. Latunji looking down low.
Yeah,
for
George
Zyrus.
Smith Jr. was all over that.
But good defense there by Smith Jr. Graziano in the corner. Back to Reese. Puricek coming up to help out Jack Reese. Here's Bajrami. The pull-up jumper, no good. Smith Jr. tipping, and it's going back to CSI.
Fast man, Cole can't move, Cole. Go get it, Drew. Go get it, Drew.
Cartalis will take it past the timeline for CSI. Handed back to Velasquez. And they're going to call a walk there on Adio Latunji. Jack Reese slowing up the offense a little bit here as he calls out the play. Looking for a quality possession. He goes to Graziano. Fed to Puricek. Puricek backing down Kopeck. Step back jumper, rolling around, no good. Almost kept alive there by the Bearcats, but corralled by CSI.
As we approach 10 minutes.
Yep. Now we're underneath that 10-minute mark. Latunji at the top. He'll drive on Smith Jr., and he's stripped. Nice defense there by the Bearcats down low. Graziano to Bajrami. To Reese. Fed inside to Puricek. Puricek going up. The pass to Smith
nice
Jr.
play.
And the reverse layup gets the job done by George Smith Jr. Just providing a lot of consistent play in offense as well as defense for the Bearcats and Smith Jr.
Yeah, Bearcats in total control right now.
Forcing another CSI turnover as Puricek is just going to hand it back to Jack Reese, who's the guy you want with the ball.
I think if you're the Bearcats, waste a little bit of waste a little bit of time and get a good shot off.
Yeah, and Jack Reese looking for a back cut there that he didn't get. Bearcats holding on to a 13-point lead here. Just a little bit over 9 minutes left. Here's Austin Mick, guarded by Bajrami. Desteem. Handed off to Velasquez. Couple quick steps.
Another turnover.
Looking for a cutting man down baseline. No look pass, but that one goes into the wall here at the Arc Arena, and Bearcats will get the ball back.
I'm going to guess that probably 7 out of the last 10 possessions down the court has been turnovers.
Yes, CSI can't be happy with that. Here's Jack Reese. Looking for Puricek down low. Gets picked off by Desteem, who takes it pretty much the length of the court. Dish back to Cartalis, who goes to Velasquez. Back to Austin Mick. Looking to back down Bajrami. Now Zyrus rolling around the screen. Velasquez, corner three. Rebounded by Graziano.
Boy, some acting going on down there with some of the big guys.
A lot of contact. A little bit of mismatch here with Puricek and Velasquez. Puricek unable to finish with the right hand. Mick dishes it back to Desteem. Straightaway three. Open look, no good. Rebound Puricek.
Yeah, if I'm the Bearcats, I try not to be in a rush. Try to find good shots.
Yeah, good quality, high percentage shots. That's really what you want here. Graziano finds a cutting Smith Jr. with a nice pass. Smith Jr. going up with it, and he's going to be fouled on the way up. It's going to send him to the line and shoot two.
His first, the team's sixth. George Smith, 2 shots.
Smith Jr. good on the first. You really just can't say enough to how valuable George Smith Jr. has been to this Bearcats lineup on both sides of the ball in his senior campaign thus far.
George has been a terrific basketball player, great representative for the Baruch basketball program.
Definitely the type of player you want in your program. High quality guy. Here's Cartalis. Purisic knocks that pass out of bounds. This one's going to stay with CSI, as Baruch now has a 15-point lead. Feeling comfortable, but again, you got to really play good down the stretch if you want to win this game.
Well, this is a pretty much 50 to 35. I mean, these teams are capable of scoring more, but
of course,
here we are at 7 minutes, and that's the score. So neither team has exploded, although the Bearcats have been the better team the last 5 or 6 minutes.
Long three from Cartalis, off back rim, rebound Richards. This one's going back to Baruch.
Yeah, but Staten Island is they're slumping right now.
And maybe it's the different look from this Bearcats team. You get used to playing Baruch in a certain type of way. And Bajrami fighting for that one, able to keep it alive. Behind the back with Richards, fancy move. And looks like it's going to be a reset here, or at least the officials need to talk it over. So we're going to have a fresh 26 here on the shot clock. That explains the delay.
Yeah, the refs wanted to explain to the coaches why they were making the call the way they did.
And John, really getting back to that point earlier, this is an entirely different Bearcats lineup. So maybe it's a difficult task for CSI to come in and have a really good scout and idea of what they're going to expect. Whereas in years past, you kind of had those perennial starters year in and year out, and you knew how they were going to be utilized. So a lot more surprise with this new Baruch lineup. And I think it's really paying dividends down the stretch.
6:15 to go.
And Smith Jr. with a beautiful pass to find a cutting Bajrami as he salutes his teammate. Coach Jose Torres would have been happy with that throw.
They might be listening.
And this one is going to stay with CSI. Baruch leading 52-37. Looking to put this thing pretty much out of commission for the Dolphins. Latunji, step back jumper, knocks it down, and he's going to the line.
Well, that's one of their better baskets this half.
Yeah, and again, year in and year out, we've seen Latunji make plays like that consistently, so really no surprise. In that instance, you want to have a hand up, but you know he can knock down just about any shot, so not the foul Coach Alisi would want in that spot to give CSI some hope here late. Latunji knocks down the free throw, which I could have told you was probably going to happen. And just like that, CSI's within 12. As they bring a full court press here, Baruch able to break it down. Bajrami layup off glass, and it is good. Purisic to Bajrami.
Yeah, when Bajrami has an open layup or it's the basket, he's going to make it 90% of the time.
Also, Ben Boateng back on the floor as Cartalis is able to finish that one.
Yeah, first time we've seen back-to-back baskets by Staten Island here in the second half.
And Richards able to get through the press. Here's Purisic, wide open layup, and it is good. It's going to be a full timeout coming from Coach Alisi's bench. He's still talking over with his Bearcats, but he's got to be pretty happy with the effort and the production out of his team on both sides of the ball. So this is going to be a full timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute. back underway here. A little bit over 5 minutes remaining. And it's been pretty much all Baruch here in the second half. Really playing some quality basketball and making a lot of those CSI turnovers hurt as Latunji fires the line drive. 3-point attempt, no good. Here's Donnellan. He'll go to Richards. Richards goes baseline. The reverse layup.
Wow, that was quick.
Nice move there by Michael Richards to finish. 58-42 now for Baruch. 3-point look, no good for CSI. Offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound by Latunji. He's able to get that one. Boateng goes to Bajrami. Half-court pass is good in transition. Baruch breaking down. Coach T.J. Tibbs, full-court press.
16-point lead as we approach 4 minutes.
Nice move there by Cartalis. He's going to be fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. Cartalis off on the first. Good on the second, as Velasquez will check in for CSI. Bajrami coming all the way back. Guarded pretty tightly by Cartalis. He'll find Richards with a full head of steam going down the court. Jamel Fair into contact, and the layup is good.
17-point lead.
Here's Destim. Cartalis back to Latunji. Latunji nearly stripped there by Richards. Velasquez finding Cartalis in the corner, who drives baseline. Step back jumper. No good. Corralled by Jamel Fair. As he go. Tough break there for Fair.
Nice play by Sean.
Yeah, pretty tightly guarded, but Sean Donnellan able to get the ball back. Wide open layup. No answer there from CSI. As that's just either clear miscommunication on that CSI defense for Sean Donnellan to essentially walk it in to a wide open lane. Timeout coming from CSI's bench as they're going to talk this one over. Look to slow down the Baruch offense. So we'll be back in a few moments. And we are back in action here. A couple fresh faces for CSI as Latunji is blocked by Bajrami and Boateng at the rim. Then quickly in transition, Baruch is stripped by CSI. Looked like Brian Gomez came away with that steal. And the putback dunk from number 20, Abdul Razak Ishola.
Yeah, a lot of athleticism on that one.
Coming off the bench, so definitely making his presence felt early. And really good anticipation and timing there by the sophomore forward. Jamel Fair will go to Adnan Bajrami at the top of the key. This one tipped by Latunji. Again, CSI causing some havoc now for Baruch. Bajrami looking to swipe it midair, unable to do so as Latuji finishes. And a little bit of momentum swing here for CSI, but nice move there by Sean Donnellan to dribble out of his own half.
Yeah, they kind of needed this, though, about 8 minutes ago.
Donnellan rolling off a screen. He finds a wide open Jamel Fair in the corner, knocks down the three. Jamel Fair. The freshman out of Jamaica, New York, knocking down that three ball. And once again, keeping this one out of reach for CSI. So we'll be back in a few moments.
I actually did read the alumni magazine. They have a whole story in there about the production of the broadcast. I got to finish reading it.
2:02 remaining here in the game. Baruch with a pretty commanding lead, 67-49. The alley-oop. Ashola looking for another dunk there, but he's fouled on the way up. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. So nice play there that CSI drew up out of the timeout. Looking for the alley-oop. Before they could get that, Ashola was fouled. And he's good on the first. Again, pretty advanced, pretty creative play calling by Coach TJ Tibbs there. Don't always see that every day at the Division III level. Richards looking for Fair. Back to Richards, breaks down that press. Ben Boateng in the corner, back to Richards. Fair will now take control at the top. Boateng's going to give him a screen. Donovan guarded by Gomez. Donovan goes to the rack, up and under.
Nice.
Great move there by the freshman.
There was nothing freshman about that.
Nope. Looking
to
like
the
a
hoop,
senior out there.
Scared. Yeah, I wasn't scared.
Into what looked like three defenders. Nice up and under move. Able to finish with a scoop layup. Now Donovan has the opportunity to make it a three-point play. Off back rim, no good. CSI will regain possession. Here's Latunji. Back out to the steam. Ishola down low, fouled by Boateng. Looking for yet another dunk. So that seems to be the game plan. Get it to Ishola down low and let him throw it down. Coming in at 6'5".
So if all holds, this is a pretty 18-point lead here with a minute and about 19 left.
Ishola rattles the first one home.
Bearcats will reach double digit in wins to go 10-6 overall.
But again, even though this isn't going to be applied towards the CUNYAC standings, it's definitely a big win for this Bearcats team, especially with the reclassification of CSI. To come out and know on any given night, not only can they play with the D2 team, they can beat them. So that's big confidence booster for this Baruch team to just really show them the quality level of basketball they're playing. And just comparatively, too, from my other work, John, I've seen games in the NA10, Adelphi, and no doubt in my mind, definitely last year's roster as well as this one can hang with any of those teams. That's how really well coached they are and how talented. So big testament to the Bearcats here, coming in and showing CSI what this new team's all about.
Yeah, it's good psychologically to get win number 10.
Yep, getting to that double-digit mark too really helps.
Yeah, Staten Island will drop to 6-11. Bearcats again will be home on Friday night against CCNY. They got the makeup game next Monday night against Worcester State, 6 p.m. tip-off. And then afterwards on Saturday, February the 1st, big doubleheader at John Jay.
Yep, and then I believe that's followed by the Battle of Lexington.
Well, they play Migger on Tuesday the 4th, then Battle of Lex on the 6th. So
one
game after another.
Yeah, a lot of big CUNYAC basketball doubleheaders coming up. So definitely, please be sure to stay tuned with us here on Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. Under a minute left.
Yeah, we're now under 1 minute left.
That'll bring in Nate Ormond, as well as Ian Voss-Potts and Sean Lockman, as well as Muhammad Gee. So pretty much clean sweep in subs here, besides Michael Richards, who's going to the line.
I want to give a shout-out to the family of Ian Voss-Potts. We're always watching the broadcast. Very active on social media, encouraging.
Voss-Potts, a native of New Orleans, Louisiana. Of course, LSU coming off a big college football national championship,
town, yeah.
as well as first pick, Zion Williamson making his debut tonight for the Pelicans. So a lot of
that's right.
exciting stuff going on in New Orleans sports. So
see, that's how busy I've been. I don't know what's going on outside. I don't even hope. Is it still cold outside?
Yeah, it's the life of a sports information director.
Yeah, you could say that again.
As Gomez will drive, up and under move. Able to finish there at the rack. Nice move there by Brian Gomez.
Well, I'll tell you, this second unit has come on and done a nice job for Staten Island.
Yeah, they really have. Voss-Potts trapped in the corner. Back out to Richards. Richards able to dribble it past the timeline. Dished out to Nate Ormond. The reverse layup. Nate Ormond, no look. Able to get that one. Nice job there by the sophomore center out of Patchogue, New York. And, of course, Pat Med High School. Brian Gomez, long three, off front rim, rebound Richards. He's going to slow it up, and this should just about do it for your Baruch Bearcats. As time is expiring, 5 seconds left, Bearcats take this one 74-55, so a commanding win here at the Arc Arena to finish out Game 2 of the women's and men's doubleheader. For Brian Flannery and John Neves, thank you for joining us, and we will see you guys on the air this Friday, January 25th against CSI. Tip-off will begin with the women's game at 5:30, so please be sure to join us, and thank you for tuning in. Have a good night.